Level 1. The Existential Punchline. At the base of society, we have the people whose relationship with money is best described as non-existent. Not in a poetic way like they live off the land and barter with goats, more like they have a debit card that gets declined buying gum. These are people who know exactly how many instant noodles are left and also what day the electricity bill becomes a problem. Instead of just a number, time becomes cyclical. Payday, stress, zero, repeat. Strangely, this group is often the most financially literate, not by choice, but because being poor makes every decision a high-stakes negotiation with gravity. Do I walk 2 miles and save bus fare, or take the bus and eat crackers for dinner? Why not both? Level 2, the functionally stressed. This level is for people who are technically fine. Their bills are paid, their fridge has something resembling food, and the phone charger they bought 5 years ago still works for some reason. They live in a constant state of mild panic. Like not screaming panic, more like muted internal dread, which honestly is just screaming with better manners. When something breaks, it's an ugh, not an oh god. Vacations exist in theory, but usually involve sleeping in someone else's house who has a pet they didn't mention beforehand. Medical bills are terrifying, but at least there's insurance, sort of. Basically, life is okay, as long as absolutely nothing unexpected ever happens. Level 3, the Respectable Normals. Ah yes, the most deceptive group, middle class. The middle class is the societal equivalent of an overachieving group project. Holds the whole thing together, doesn't get enough credit, and cries in the car sometimes. These folks have stable jobs, matching silverware, and one very specific kitchen appliance they never use but refuse to throw out. They can buy coffee without guilt, but still wince at the $6.50 total. They probably have a retirement account they don't fully understand, and a family member who sells candles on Instagram. Their biggest financial fear is not poverty. It's being too broke to enjoy streaming services, but still rich enough to be charged for them. Level 4, the Self-Curated class. This is the start of discretionary wealth. People here no longer make decisions solely based on price. Now it's about ethics, artisanal quality, and whether it goes with the new mood lighting. They have the same IKEA bookshelf as everyone else, but now there's a plant on it. A living one. And the living room doesn't just have a rug, it has layers. They go on weekend getaways, which is code for driving 3 hours to a cabin that costs $300 a night and somehow has no cell service, but perfect Wi-Fi. They also own things like oat milk, gratitude journals, and air fryers. The finances are stable enough that stress becomes about choosing the right brand of espresso beans, not survival. This is the first level where lifestyle becomes a performance, and everyone's auditioning for a minimalist documentary. Level 5. The System Gamers. This is where money stops being a chore and starts becoming a game. And not a fun game like Mario Kart, more like a spreadsheet simulator with a cult following. People here casually drop phrases like diversify your portfolio or tax loss harvesting in regular conversation, which is how you know they haven't felt human emotion in years. They have income from 5 different places, and somehow none of them involve actual effort. There's a rental property in a city they've never been to, a brokerage account that sends them monthly letters they don't read, and maybe a vending machine business just for fun. They don't just go on vacation. They earn points on 5 different credit cards while doing it. If the market dips, they call it a buying opportunity. If it crashes, even better. And somehow their dog has health insurance, but their own dental coverage is still a mystery. Level 6, rich but confused. Now we've entered luxury territory, the land of marble countertops, heated toilet seats, and fridges that talk back. Everything is nicer, but no one really knows why. Outfits are monochrome, cars are electric, and houses are so large they need their own Wi-Fi ecosystems. They outsource things like cleaning, cooking, and parenting, but still refer to themselves as hands-on. Buying something doesn't involve prices anymore. It involves recommendations. As in, my interior designer said this $12,000 lamp creates a better emotional tone in the foyer. What's a foyer? Doesn't matter, they have one. Time is money here, mostly because people pay other people to manage the calendar just to avoid people. They still go to Whole Foods, but now it's for the ambiance. Level 7, Silent Tycoons. This is what happens when people get so rich they start hiding it out of sheer boredom. The shirt costs $800 but looks like it came from a gas station. The watch is worth a car but worn under a hoodie. The car is technically a Toyota, but somehow it runs on biofuel extracted from the tears of startups. These people own so much property they forget some of it exists. They fly economy once a year to remind themselves what legroom isn't. No one knows what they do, but whatever it is, is it has a board of directors and offshore paperwork. They have no need to prove anything, so they don't. You might be standing next to one right now. That quiet guy at the coffee shop with the cracked iPhone, he probably owns the building. Level 8, economic weather systems. Here, a person becomes a macroeconomic event. A single investment shifts industries. A single tweet tanks currencies. A single sneeze causes 3 hedge funds to reevaluate their strategies. They don't buy stuff, they acquire. They don't shop, they get invited to limited access showrooms in countries you've never heard of. Their homes come with staff. Their planes come with chefs. Their pets have resumes. When they say, I might get into media, what they mean is, I'm buying 3 studios and 1 political party. Public appearances are rare. Smiles are rarer. They don't use apps. They invest in the companies that make them, then have their lawyers rewrite the privacy policy. Level 9. The simulation admins. At the top of the pyramid, reality becomes optional. This is where the richest people on Earth stop being people and start being economic ecosystems. Money doesn't move through them, it orbits them. They don't fly business class, they buy the airline. When they say, I'm thinking about getting into space, it's not a metaphor for self-growth, it's a rocket launch at 9 a.m. Global problems? Annoying, but solvable. With cash, they donate $100 million and call it a small initiative. And meet with presidents the same way you meet with your dentist, reluctantly, but with power. If Jeff Bezos sneezes, 5 smaller billionaires appear to carry his tissue. If they lose $5 billion in a day, it's called a slow Tuesday. And if they ever go broke, they'll just sell the movie rights. All right, that's enough for now. If you like this and want to hear more, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back soon. Real soon.